guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Tanya. Welcome. Y'all do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and also give this video a like for me. So today is Sunday, November 22nd, a few days before Thanksgiving and a few days before my daughter turns 21. So excited about that. But anyway, like I said, today is a what's for dinner video. So as you can see, y'all, I have some pork chops here. And what I'm going to do with these pork chops, y'all, I'm going to season them up really well. And I'm going to just brown them. Not deep fry them, but just brown them. I have some oil here that's warming up in my cast iron skillet. And as you can see, it's not a lot of oil because I'm just browning. And then once they brown up, you guys, I'm going to cut up an onion and a green bell pepper. And I am going to make a nice brown gravy to go over these pork chops. So it's just gonna be what I would call smothered pork chops. Some people bake them before they smother them. I do like to brown mine up. And then I like to take the gravy, the onions and the bell pepper, cook it together, and then smother the pork chops in with the gravy and the onion and the green bell pepper. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do rice or mashed potatoes. I'm leaning towards mashed potatoes. Yeah, so I'm leaning towards some mashed potatoes, and I will definitely pick out some type of vegetable. But let me go ahead and show you my seasonings I'm going to use. I'm going to use some granulated garlic. I'm going to use some granulated onion. I'm going to use my trusted Lawry seasoning salt. So we do have some ground black pepper. I'm going to be using just some paprika, and I'm going to be using some cayenne pepper. So those are the seasonings that I'm going to be using to season up my pork chops. And when I come back, you guys, I'm going to show you how far I got and what everything looks like. See you back here in a few minutes. Alrighty, you guys, so we're back. So this is the pork chops that I went ahead and browned up. And over here, you guys, I have my gravy that is bubbling away. And it looks really good. I did season the gravy. I'm just going to stir it a little bit. Try not to make too much noise with this little whisk thing here. But I did go ahead and do my gravy. Basically, what's in here is just after the pork chops cooked, I poured off most of the oil. And I kept some in the bottom of the pan. I put some flour, some butter, and I let the flour, cook out. Let the flour get nice and brown. And then I added some chicken broth to that. Of course, you can use water. We all know that, but I decided to use chicken broth for the flavor. I did use some minced garlic. I did use some Worcestershire sauce in the gravy. I did put some parsley flakes in the gravy. There is some salt here. I did not add salt to it yet because I want to taste it first. Because, Worcestershire salt and this chicken broth is full of salt. So I wanted to wait before I added the salt to it to taste it first. So as you can see, guys, this gravy is getting nice and thick. It's thickening up really, really well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my onion and green bell pepper, and I'm going to go ahead and add it to my gravy. So I'm going to go over here and just grab it really quickly. So I've already minced up the onion and green bell pepper. And I'm going to go ahead, and just add it to my gravy. Just add what's left in here. I'm trying to do this with one hand, y'all, so forgive me. I'm just going to go ahead and whisk that in there as well. And at this point, I am going to taste it just to see if it needs any more salt. I'm hoping it won't, but we're going to see. And if it does, no biggie. I'll just add a little bit of salt to it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab myself a spoon. And I'm going to taste this gravy and see if it needs anything else to it. So I'll go ahead and grab that and taste that. Yes, it does need a little bit more salt, so I'm just going to add some salt to it to make sure that it has enough flavor going on. Okay, just going to stir that in there like that. I'm gonna let that salt kind of cook in there, and then I will taste it again to see if I need to add any more salt to it. I don't think so though. I think it might be salted just enough. Add what's left of the onion and bell pepper. All right, guys, so this is the gravy portion of it, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you all the finished plate. I decided to go ahead and make mashed potatoes with it and probably some green beans. Alrighty, you guys, so I'll be back in a few minutes to show you the finished plate.